It was a chilly morning and Sarah, a young teacher, was hurrying to catch the bus. Life had been weighing her down lately. She felt lost and disconnected, questioning everything, her purpose, her faith, and whether Allah was even listening. As she ran to the bus stop, her thoughts spiraled. Why doesn't Allah answer me? I pray, I ask, but there's only silence. The bus stopped and she hopped on, settling into a seat by the window. She gazed out, lost in thought, when an elderly woman sitting nearby leaned over and said with a kind smile, "Beautiful day. Sometimes we're so busy looking for something extraordinary that we miss the beauty right in front of us." Sarah nodded politely, though the woman's words lingered. She wondered, is that a message? When Sarah arrived at school, she began her usual routine. As she prepared for her first class, a student named Noah walked up to her desk. "Miss Sarah," he said, holding up a crumpled piece of paper, "I made this for you." It was a drawing of a tree with the words, "Keep growing," scribbled at the top. Sarah smiled and thanked him, but as Noah skipped away, her eyes filled with tears. Keep growing. The words felt like they were meant just for her. That afternoon, as Sarah walked to the park during her lunch break, she passed by a street musician playing a soulful tune on his guitar. The lyrics of the song caught her attention. "When you feel lost and small, just look around. Allah is in it all." She stopped in her tracks, her heart pounding. It was as if the universe itself was speaking directly to her. Later that evening, Sarah decided to visit the corner cafe to unwind. She ordered her favorite tea and found a quiet corner. While she sipped, she noticed a small note taped to the sugar jar on her table. It read, "Be patient, for Allah is always near." Sarah froze. It was a phrase from the Quran she hadn't thought about in months. She looked around the cafe, wondering who might have left it there, but no one seemed to notice her. Taking a deep breath, she whispered, "Are you trying to tell me something, Allah?" As if in response, her phone buzzed. It was a message from her best friend Amina, whom she hadn't spoken to in weeks. "Hey Sarah," the text read, "I just felt like I should remind you that you're never alone. Allah's got you, even when it doesn't feel like it. Call me when you can." Tears streamed down Sarah's face. For the first time in months, she felt seen and heard. It wasn't a booming voice from the heavens or a miraculous event, but through a series of small, seemingly ordinary moments, Sarah felt Allah's presence. That night, Sarah thought about the day's events. The old woman on the bus, Noah's drawing, the musician's song, the note in the cafe, and Amina's message. Each had carried a whisper of hope, a gentle nudge to remind her that she wasn't alone. She whispered a quiet dua. "Thank you, Allah, for speaking to me, even when I wasn't listening. Help me to notice you more in the everyday." From that day forward, Sarah began to see the world differently. She realized that Allah's voice wasn't always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it was a kind word from a stranger, a child's innocent gesture, a lyric in a song, or a text from a friend. Allah's messages were everywhere, woven into the fabric of daily life. And so Sarah learned to listen, not with her ears, but with her heart. Through the mundane and the miraculous, she found her connection to Allah again, one moment at a time. Moral of the story: Allah speaks to us in countless ways, often through the simplest moments in life. If we pause, observe, and open our hearts, we'll realize that His guidance is always there, woven into the fabric of our everyday lives. All we need to do is listen.